in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCF Knights, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Knights will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
On the set.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking left. Complete on the comeback. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
Oh, man, look out! And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. It's Carr. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Pauling. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
At the 40. 4th down coming up.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Gonna run it. It's Nixon. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Brown wants to pass. He's going to take off. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Hard running there.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Gets it to him on the screen. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wade. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down at this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
They go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd knows when to bring it. The running back has it. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Knights will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll run the sneak for it. Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
Brings up second down.
We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the back. On the ground, it's Price. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Turning it on. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Carr. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Catch inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They'll leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the run. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Power ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and if you go big, I'm going big. I'm going to bring in extra defensive linemen. I'm going to bring in my big physical linebackers. I'm expecting run. This is what they've done. This is what you do on this part of the field, so I'm going to play aggressive on defense.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1.
Cricket.
They'll try to slam it in. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. This defense has forced a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on 3rd and goal? Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Will throw it. Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. And if you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. The play-action fake. Fires downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Knights send out the punt unit. they'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Carr. Got it in the middle, it's Bob. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
More to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. The sure hands. It's locked. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Buys a little extra time. Fires on the move. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, UCF! The defense putting points on the board.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Washington has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Penn State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Carr. Slings it downfield. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the ground, it's Love. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Pressure coming. At the 35, he's open. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Brown wants to pass. Here's a heat. Caught behind the line. It's Nixon. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. But nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Burke. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
On the option. Quick toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on second down. The sure hands, it's Hughes. Breaks into the open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
Run in the red zone, it's Nixon. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They're going to ride this running back. Runs for the tackle. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a fourth and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
He looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed fourth down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Pressure is really on to put together a drive here, already down 21-zip. Leaves it with the running back. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101, sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum, try to make a big play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Brown will throw it. Got his man on the outside. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And as he throws, and they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Slips through the line. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. Lets it fly. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. All wideouts, no backs. Brown wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Nixon. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
To the air on first down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Got it set up on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
Wants to throw again. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
And that now, this guy's second sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He's having an outstanding day right now on defense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Notre Dame right back to the line.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Here comes the heat. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Makes the grab. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
On target to the left. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quick completion on the out. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
To throw, it's Carr. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Fires into the end zone. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance.
6-9-1, Gators score.
Running back searching for a hole. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arizona State is just getting blown off the field right now. We've seen big games in Tempe over the years. I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 24 to South Carolina. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Brown will throw it. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. We've got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Power football with the run. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fields. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards.
Easy. Go.
Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Love. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, you had to take a shot. You got to make something happen. Somebody has to make a play and to get back in this ball game, down a couple of scores, and now the defense has to come out, make some kind of miracle happen, maybe score, and then you got to kick and get an onside. A lot of things have to go right from here on out.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does the portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.